Why didn't Huda Beauty make the first pressed powder like Easy Bake? Why they had to make another one? Huda Beauty was like, Rode phone case, where? I'm gonna give y'all a pop socket, a functional pop socket where you can actually powder your face. Huda Beauty has another launch and it's only beginning of the year, and I feel like this is probably one of the most exciting launches of the year for makeup. Before we get into this video, hi, my name is Huda. Yes, like the henna tattoo. I'm your unfiltered online beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and staying weird, honestly, online, okay? But if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I will be posting on my channel twice a week. Follow me on all my socials at the Henna Ali, and let's get into this video. Today's video is about the new Easy Bake pressed powder by Huda Beauty. They reformulated and they brought it back. This is supposed to be the Easy Bake, but in a pressed form, for real this time. There's a ton of videos already on TikTok, Instagram, reviewing first impression of the powder. And I was like, you know what? How can I be more intentional with reviewing this product? So instead of doing that, we know the Huda Beauty Easy Bake is amazing. I mean, this is like, I go through these like crazy. Why not make a video showing how I implement Easy Bake loose setting powder and how I'm going to add the pressed powder into my makeup routine, especially for someone who has very textured, acne prone, acne scar, pores, all the stuff. Without further ado, let's get into Miss Huda Beauty's Easy Bake pressed powder and Easy Bake routine. So I did get 2 shades of the Easy Bake pressed powder in PR. I personally love to use Cherry Blossom Cake. That is my favorite. This is the older packaging because I want to make sure I never waste product just for packaging. So I'm going to finish this baby before I open the new one. So I thought, why not use the Cherry Blossom Cake? Really quickly, I want to show y'all, Huda Beauty's team always goes all out when doing PR. I always put everything in this case, but look at this bag that they included. Isn't that the most cutie bag ever? And it opens, it's functional. It opens like that, so you can actually use it. Personally, I'm gonna keep it on display here because this is like a memory. I like to keep all those things, so we're gonna keep it there. It's called Easy Bake and Snatch, whereas now it's Easy Bake Press. So I remember when this first came out, they were basically saying it was supposed to be like the Easy Bake loose setting powder. I've definitely used, and I was still using this one. I actually quite enjoyed this. Was it my ride or die setting powder? No. This was definitely not it. I generally would use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush finish powder, but I did go between those two. And yeah, so I mean, I didn't really have complaints on it, but it definitely wasn't the exact of like Easy Bake Loose. It really wasn't. Biggest difference, yes, packaging, completely different. I love that this one is more sleek. It doesn't take up space. There's also a lot of writing on this. This is just sleek. I like it. Bendable. You can lay it flat. Love that. Talc-free formula, which anything that's talc-free is a little scary, especially if you have combination oily skin, right? Because that talc is what's really giving you like that blur, that matte. And let's not get confused. A lot of times I feel like we confuse matte, something that's mattifying, to be blurring, when those are, like if something looks matte, it could look blurred, right? Because it's matte. But it's not actually blurring this. It's not actually smoothing the skin out. There's not like actual properties in there that's making the appearance of your skin look smoother. It's just leaving your skin matte. Whatever, let's not get too technical. I think let's get into how I incorporate the Easy Bake Loose and then how we're gonna incorporate the Easy Bake Press. For my base, I already went ahead and did my foundation. I used my Easy Blur foundation from Huda. And then I did my bronzer, blush. I did not put concealer because I wanted to wait to do it with my powder because I don't like to like just have concealer on sit. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my concealer first before we do anything. I am not one that just puts a dot. I need some help, okay? So we're gonna put a little bit of concealer there. That's really only spot I use concealer now. That's about it. I let that sit a little bit because I want it to give me some coverage. The NARS one is really great at coverage, but let it sit a little bit before you blend it out, you know, to give you the. And then I have a lot of brushes that I need to wash right now. So I'm gonna use this one. This is the Sephora brush 71. And I'm just gonna use that to blend out the concealer. I'm not really taking it all the way up to the eye, like up to my line, because that's where you'll get the creasing. And it's the under eye, you're gonna see creases. It's normal, it's gonna happen. You're human, you have skin. And I also don't take it all the way up. And this is something that I learned during a live on Danessa Meyrick's Beauty. She does like those live Tuesdays where they talk about like different makeup techniques and what she does. And Danessa Meyrick's actually mentioned that she doesn't take the concealer all the way up because your natural color, like the shading on your eye can act as a shadow. And I was like, wait, that's actually like, that makes sense. I have no eyeshadow on, but when you leave that space kind of bare, it almost looks like a nat, like you put an eyeshadow there. That's what it looks like. And if there's anything extra, I'll just kind of hit it in spots, because why not? All right, I'm on the bare bones of this Easy Bake setting powder. But again, we don't waste product around here. We're not in the economy to waste products. So just to show you kind of how I use the powder, we can get quite a bit from it, is I'm gonna set my under eyes with the puff first. So I take it on there, tap off, and then I'm gonna immediately set right where I applied concealer. And then I kind of go down right here, because that's kind of where, as you can see, like my main pores, large pores, and look at that. Yes, it mattifies, but the Easy Bake, when you actually look at the skin up close, it doesn't just mattify the skin, it definitely leaves the skin looking a lot softer and smoother. So this is with, and that's without. And that's kind of the only areas that I use the puff. And I'm gonna just do this side so y'all can see kind of like the side by side of what my skin looks like, right? So here we are. I went ahead and took Cherry Blossom Cake and I set the under eye and just kind of right here. Sometimes I'll even just kind of take whatever's left and just kind of go on these areas too with the puff, but whatever's left, like I don't go back in and get more product. I want to set the rest of my face because obviously I'm a grease ball and I want things to not move and go crazy throughout the day. So whatever's kind of already left in here, and obviously I'm in a situation where I'm running out of product, I kind of take this brush, a brush that looks like this, kind of like that. You can use a powder brush, which I like to use this one. This is the Found Powder and Sculpt brush from Charlotte Tilbury. And I just pick up the extra product. That's what it looks like. And I honestly just kind of apply the setting powder on the rest of my face. Like I just want to set my face, but I like to use a brush because a brush won't, unlike a puff. Like if I go on the puff and set everything, my face will just get so matte, almost too much powder, right? Because it is a powder. And I want y'all to see how beautiful that looks. Look at that finish, just side by side, right? So I have all these acne scars, large pores here. On this side, you can still see the glow coming from my skin. Like I still look like I have skin, but it kind of blurs the rest of the face. It just makes my skin look so much smoother on this side. And again, you still get that skin-like coming through. It doesn't look completely matte, but it just blurs and just smooths the skin, and it also sets the makeup. If I only put powder with the puff here and just let everything go, stuff gonna slip and slide around throughout the day. So I wanna make sure I'm just setting it. I like to use a brush like this. I think it's just really great at not putting too much product, right? You're not really baking. I'm not a baker. You wanna make your skin cool, but just know like when you bake, it's going to look like, listen, skin that has makeup on will always look like it has makeup. But there are ways to make it not so essentially cakey or not so powdery. When you bake the face, you are going to look like you have makeup on, just like I have now, but it just won't be as intense. I'm one of those, I will wait till I set my face to then apply bronzer. That's just how I work. I know everyone's different. I'm using the Hung Van Gogh bronzer right now. I'm really excited to try the Rare Beauty. I don't have it yet. I probably will have it once I post this. Rare Beauty just, they know base. And I don't think Huda has a bronzer yet. I don't believe so. All right, so I just wanted to apply the bronzer. I'm not putting too much, but I just want to kind of make it look a little complete, you know? All right, so again, here's the side by side with the powder, no powder, you know, this is where we're at. Now, generally, before I go in with any kind of setting, any kind of like pressed powder, personally, what I think works best to really get the most out of the blurring aspect, to really make the skin look nice and smooth, is I like to use a setting spray or set my face with a setting spray first, let that dry down, and then I hit it with a pressed powder. So that's normally what I do, and that's what we're gonna do, because I really want y'all to know just kind of like the technique, especially if you have textured skin like myself. This is like the go-to makeup technique routine that just works and it's foolproof. Now I'm actually redoing my vanity space, and I have all my makeup and everything in another room that's usually right at access. So I don't know where things are. I don't know where my Huda Beauty setting sprays, but another one that I always like to use, I like to use a Danessa one, but we're not using that today. So the other one I like to use is this one by Dibs. It's their Love Beam setting spray. And it's one of those, it just really blends everything together. It just makes everything look really nice and smooth, so why not? So I'm gonna do half the face because obviously I'm showing you just this half to see before and after, like a side by side, but 2 sprays and you're good. You don't need any more. If you've tried this beauty, if you tried the Dib Status Stick, they have like that vanilla scent to it. It's kind of what it smells like. But they did still come out with the puff that you can use for the press. I put in this cutest charm. I'm gonna add this to one of my bags. Here's what it looks like. Isn't it cute? And then they have these little compartments for your puffs, which I also thought was cute. 2 ways you can use a press powder. You can go in with the puff, or you can even do a brush. So we're gonna go in with the puff. I'm taking Cherry Blossom Cake because I just like the added brightness that it gives. And I don't tap anything off. I go straight in. So we're literally gonna take this and we're gonna go straight in. That looks really pretty side by side. No product was picked up. It still looks really good. If you have not used a brush when using your pressed finishing powder, try it. Change your life. And I do like using this brush from Charlotte. You can tap it off, but I don't want to tap product. I want to use that product and I hit it in spots that you're looking to brighten, that you're looking to blur out, just any extra oomph. This is where you have fun with the brush. I even take it on the nose because why not? And then whatever is left, boom. You can immediately see the side just looks so much smoother. It's matte, smooth, versus the side where there is nothing set. The matte bouncy blush in the shade Thriving. So I'm gonna use this brush. This is from BK Beauty. It's their angled brush, but I feel like I just kind of want to reapply some because why not? I do like me a good blush. That is how I do an easy bake makeup routine, because truly I'm even wearing her foundation right now. But yes, I think pressed powder, I personally enjoyed using the Snatch. Was it my all-time favorite? No. I definitely was still using my Charlotte airbrush, but Easy Bake Press. Now we talking. We talking now. And honestly, I know there's been a lot of debate about the price on Easy Bake Press, so I can challenge you there. So I generally use the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, and that baby retails for $49 and some change. So you're looking at almost $50 for a pressed powder. Now, the only thing I will say is that they are made refillable. I don't know if the Huda Beauty one will be doing that, or you just have to purchase it each time. Component, maybe in the future, that might be something they'll consider. But if we're talking about price points, I think just looking at other pressed powder, they all kind of range within that, you know, that end of 30 going into 40 range. Now, if you already have a pressed powder that you like, finish that, use that, hit the pan on it, and then if you want to try it, then definitely, yes, check it out. But is the new Easy Bake pressed powder like their loose setting powder? I mean, honestly, proof is in the pudding. The skin looks good. It looks smooth. It looks pretty. I'll be really excited to test this out and just the wear of it, just comparing it to knowing how my Charlotte looks. What's also really cool about this one is they promote it as like, even if you don't use your loose and you just use the pressed, you're good to go. So I want to try it out that way and see, because I know I can't do that with my Charlotte. That is it for this video. That is my Huda Beauty Easy Bake makeup routine for textured skin. It's solid. It'll work. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to do more videos where kind of going over makeup techniques, how to use products. I feel like we see so many videos online of 6-second, 7-second lip combos, products. But I'm trying to really gravitate away from that and going back to giving more tutorials, breaking down how to use certain products, how I use it, especially for someone with textured acne prone skin. We do kind of have to work with our makeup a little different. Other than that, thank you for sticking around, staying if you stayed this long on this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I am officially going to be posting twice a week on my YouTube channel here. And make sure to follow me on all my socials. It's at the Henna Ali. You can find me there. This video helps. My name is Henna, like the tattoo, and I will see you again real soon. All right, bye. Just stop.